What's up, guys? Day 2 of SHOT Show 2020. We came to G&G's booth. They've always got a couple exciting releases for us, always kind of innovating and changing things for the airsoft industry. So we stopped by to check out some of their new products. Now, starting things off, this has already been released, but I thought I'd show it off because I think it's really cool looking, and it's their carbine adapter for their pistols. This has got a GTP9 in it. This thing looks awesome. It's actually metal, has the nylon fiber reinforced folding stock, and functions really well. A lot of times with these pistol carbine kits, they really don't allow the slide to move freely. They're not terribly efficient, and this one works really, really well. Moving on from that, by the way, that's already available. That's not like upcoming. You guys saw it at Airsoft.com. Moving on from there, somewhat controversial new AEG, but honestly, the guys that are interested in it absolutely love the design and functionality of it. It was tested in Taiwan, and it's going to be coming out. I don't think we have an ETA yet on it, but it'll come in a variety of colors. It has some really cool features. It has a multi-position stock. Now this one's on kind of a rotating assembly that can be locked down using the Allen head screw here. So once you find your ideal position, you can lock that down. It's also retractable, so if you needed a little bit of extra extension, you could do that as well. Nylon fiber reinforced body in their billet styling. This has a really unique setup for, kind of the barrel as well as the extended trigger guard and this very controversial double finger trigger. This one comes with a MOSFET and an ETU right out of the box. That comes for all the colors. Moving on from that, something they introduced last year that we thought was really cool because it kind of broke away from the standard M4 lineup was their PRK9 and their PRK9 RTS. The RTS having the folding stock. What I like about the original PRK9, is the Picatinny rail segment on the back. So if you had a Picatinny based stock that you wanted to adapt on there, much like the SIG, it can take that, and that's a really cool upgrade. These ones also come with the electronic trigger unit, or ETU, and a MOSFET. These ones are version 3 gearboxes, much like an AK, and you'll see the similarities with the AK platform in their full metal bodies. Really nice build, super cool looking magazines. I like the small form factor as well. Let's move over to another wall to see something really cool. In front of me is the all new G&G Type 64BR AEG from G&G. It is a really cool looking rifle. It's historically accurate and comes with a full metal upper and lower receiver and handguard, as well as full real wood stock and pistol grip. It's got a stock plate for a shoulder rest, as well as some sling mount loops and an integrated bipod. Overall, the build quality is excellent, and it has a couple really unique features that make this gun really exciting. Up front, you'll notice that I can rotate the gas block, and the front sight also flips up as well as the rear sight. But the gas block rotates. If I open the bolt right here, you can see that by rotating the gas block on the front, I can make adjustments to my hop-up unit. This is one of the only examples that I can think of that has a rifle able to adjust its hop-up externally from the front in the gas block. So that's a really, really cool feature, but it's not the only feature that makes the Type 64 awesome. As far as I can tell, it's the first Airsoft AEG that comes with a remote. And no, it's not to change the channel, it's to change the settings inside their MOSFET electronic trigger. You can, of course, program this traditionally by holding down the trigger and waiting for beeps, but this remote allows you to do that wirelessly externally, so you don't have to go through the rigmarole of holding the trigger and waiting for it to beep. You can choose your setting directly from the remote. Everything from changing your full auto settings to different burst settings, and being able to change whether your trigger is a standard single stage trigger, just giving you one fire per trigger pull, or if it's full auto, or selecting a dual stage trigger where a light trigger pull will result in a semi-auto fire, and a full trigger pull will give you full auto or burst. And all of those settings can be changed right here. So it's really cool that all of those features are programmable externally, and I think that is something that I would love to see on other products, because having to go through a different button or programming system on every different gun and have them all be different. If we all just, although if you had multiples, I wonder if you'd have to have multiple remotes, or if one remote could program different AEGs depending on whether it had a battery. But that's something to find out. If all of your G&G AEGs could be programmed with one remote to rule them all. Let's go look at another wall. G&G is coming out with a lot more pistols and expanding their pistol lineup to include even more colors. Some really cool options. Things like their GPM 92 now comes in a really cool gold, as well as this silver and gold, which is honestly awesome. I gotta say, Hunter Green's kind of my favorite color, just because I don't think there are enough guns that look super army green like that. But moving on from there, their GX45 Mark V comes in a really cool color, which is a tan and bronze. And then they've got this kind of cool battleship gray, gold, and black. In addition to other colorways on the GTP9, like the all white on the brushed rose gold finish, as well as the silver barrel. If you're really into like blinged out pistols, I think this is an awesome new release from them. There is one new release of pistol. This is the G&G Piranha Mark I. Now the G&G Piranha comes with a split slide design. That split slide design is going to lighten the slide travel, giving you a lot better recoil impulse, faster follow-up shots. Really nice. Easy to insert magazine. The magazine or the pistol grip is comfortable. It's got a nice shaped back strap. It doesn't have a whole lot of slide bite, and this is of course modeled after a striker fired pistol. But overall, really cool looking pistol that I think will get a lot of use in CQB fields because of its performance, especially with G&G's whirl system, giving you better gas performance, less cooldown on your green gas mags, so you can shoot for longer without having to wait to heat them up. So a lot of really cool pistols coming out from G&G as well this year. Something else that's really cool in Airsoft are tracers, and they're becoming more and more popular with more fields doing low light scenarios and milsims operating more in the dusk hours and at night. One of the most popular tracers on the market is like the Ace Tech Lighter S because of its compact size. But the Ace Tech Lighter S can't fit in the palm of your hand. This is the all-new G&G UVT 106 tracer unit. It is threaded to 14mm negative, so don't worry about that. And because it's so small, it's going to be right up against your rail system or the front of your slide, and turning it on and off will prove difficult. So they've integrated the on and off system into the front cap. One rotation turns it on and one turns it off. And you don't need to worry about battery life due to standby time. This automatically shuts down or goes into hibernate after 1 minute of inactivity, and a simple motion, movement, or firing through the tracer unit reactivates its sensor and immediately makes the tracer unit functional again. It's a standard micro USB charger, but I thought really what you want to see is it working. So I stole a couple tracer BBs from G&G's wall. See how it works.